Hey, welcome back. Today I want to talk to you about the Doom Tower. I'm going to show you my fastest team. Now, when I was playing last night, I took pictures. I was 20 or 30 fastest in the world for the overall ranking, for the global ranking. Not anymore. I'm sure it's going to change even more after a couple days go by. People have some crazy teams, but I'm going to show you mine. There are still some of these floors that I can get top like 5 fastest in the world. Yeah, this one I'm top 7 in the world for the fastest team. As you can see, I use 2 different teams. I have 2 Prince Kaimars, which are amazing. So I'm pretty lucky to have 2 of those. But I do see some people with 2 or 3 Kavalax. Like, this guy is insane. He is such an amazing poisoner. He's the reason why I was able to kind of move really high up in the Doom Tower really fast. I can clear 95% of waves with these 2 teams right here. These 2 teams are my instant kill teams. It takes under 20 moves exactly. This team sometimes gets closer to 20. This one's I think the fastest I've done is 12 moves every time. It's pretty good. The only thing that sucks is if it's an affinity based team, if they have all green affinity or spirit affinity, then you're gonna have trouble getting this team to work. So that's when I go to this one, because I have a void. Seer, she's the one that strips off all the buffs, so she doesn't have a weak affinity, so she's able to do everything the right way. Same with Lydia, she can put weaken and defense down on everyone as well. So this one's a little bit more team biased, but still works a lot, and it was the reason why I was able to get into those top percentage of the world in the Doom Tower. So this is the first rotation, I believe. This is the spider rotation. So it works in almost every wave. There's some waves where I might have to. I haven't came across any of this rotation yet, but there are some waves to where I might have to use like a real team, and I might get those 100 turns, which kind of puts my ranking pretty far down. As in my guild, I don't think anyone can beat me in my guild. I have probably the best team in my guild, even though this is a pretty good guild. They just don't have some of the characters that I have. I got pretty lucky. Let's get on over to Kavalax. I'll show you his kit. He is an amazing champion. This is kind of just a showcase on this guy. I was really happy when I pulled him, and he looks really cool. He was the champion that I guess there was a viewer that drew him, and then Raid took that content and turned him into a character. The reason why I use this guy is because he places 5% poison debuffs on the enemy champions at the start of each wave. So, and then this 50% of placing the 5% poison debuff on all enemies at the start of each turn is every time he gets a turn, he could put a poison on the enemy. You don't start with 5 poisons, you only start with 4 each wave. And that's pretty much it. The rest of his kit's pretty good. He can put some pretty high hits on the enemies. If you pair him up with someone like Tomb Lord, who puts a bunch of poison debuffs on all the enemies, and then if they're maxed poisoned, like they can only get a total of 10 debuffs, I believe. And if they're maxed with poisons, then he can hit pretty hard. I've seen this hit go up in the hundreds of thousands sometimes, especially like on bosses. It works pretty well. This one's kind of the same thing with each poisons on the enemy. He'll just keep on, increasing the duration of the poisons. Plus, he hits pretty hard on this move. This one right here. Oh, you know what? I think this one is the one that hits really hard. I've seen hit really hard because this is the enemy max HP. So attacks all enemies. Damage increases accordingly to the number of poisons debuffs on each target. So that's with the enemy max HP. It's really good. I also use him as a great speed aura champion. You put him right in the front, and then you get that boost of speed. Now, when it comes to his speed in the waves I use for Doom Tower, as you can see, it's not really important at all. It's super low. I make sure I put high accuracy on this guy, because if you don't have high accuracy, he's not going to put those poisons on the enemy champions in the waves. I pair him up with someone great like Tomb Lord. Now, your other teammates on the team are going to have some high speed, because you have to put them in a certain rotation if you want to have them set up to where you just click auto and it goes. I have Tomb Lord and 266 speed, so he's pretty high. He is my go 3. He's my number 3. I have 2 Prince Kaimars. They go first, and then I have Tomb Lord, Then I have Zavia, and then that's it. So, and then Kavalax just plays his role. He just sits there. He sits there and looks cool. So yeah, high accuracy on Tomb Lord, high speed, so I have him at 266. We go to my Prince Kymars. I have one fast one and one slow one. I try to get him as fast as I can with some high crit rate and all that good stuff. Really high accuracy too. So, but mainly it's just the speed. You just need him to use his cooldown move. And I have him at 281, so he goes first. Then I have my slower one at 270, and then he has high accuracy as well. So, but his crit rate's horrible, so he's just kind of there just to fill that spot. And then it goes Tomb Lord, which is at 266, and then Zavia, try to make her as fast as I can, but I also want to put a lot of crit damage on her. So I don't have hardly any crit damage on her, but you also need good accuracy. You know what? This works. This works fine. I don't really have any issues with killing them. I do 200, 300 plus, 1,000 damage to the enemies, so it works out pretty well. I believe attack and crit damage is what you really want on her, and you also need high accuracy. So, and she's at 242 speed, so she's gonna go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So, and then yeah, that's how it goes. So I'll show you a quick run on how I have it set up. So we'll throw, now this is the team that gets me on those world record times. I do the fastest with these guys. So I have, to start it off with, my fast Prince Kymar. He starts off with Phantom Fire. That's his opener. Then his Seal of Magic will be his second, or his first to use move. So that first wave, you don't want to use Seal of Magic at all. You just want to open it up with Phantom Fire. That also has a chance of placing a poison, so you know it's an extra poison that you don't have to worry about. Same with this one, Phantom Fire. So this is my go-to, so I don't want him to use the Seal of Magic on wave 2. I want him to use the Seal of Magic on wave 3. So I have him use Phantom Fire first, and then this is his go first. And then Seal of Magic will be his secondary one. Tomb Lord, Death Burst, that's what I want him to use, nothing else. He doesn't need to use Blight, there's no reason for it. Just Death Burst every time. And then Zavia, Deadly Catalyst as much as you can. So it works out, if I have him spaced equally with the speed, then it works out all she needs to use is her Deadly Catalyst. So that's the team setup. Now let's go into a run. Here's all the poisons. Get some more poisons on there. And dead. Yeah, let's put this in a little bit slower. Okay, so he used his Seal of Magic. Great. They're all dead. And then we'll go on to, he's putting all those poisons on. Seal of Magic number 2, Death Burst, and Deadly Catalyst. Here we go. Take them all out. So that's it. So if you by chance have these characters, if you have 2 Prince Kymars, Renegade, I've been asked, does she work? Decreases this cooldown of all ally skills by 2 turns. So she decreases it by 2 turns. So that's 2 turns. Kymar completely reduces the cooldown, resets the cooldown. We need this move. Is it a 2 turn? It's a 3 turn because he hits it. That counts as 1 turn. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. Even with 2 Renegades, I don't think it's gonna work because she has a 4 turn cooldown. This isn't definitely a free to play friendly team. You're gonna have to have high speed, high accuracy, good gear, the right champions. I would love to have a second Kavalax because then I wouldn't need to have Tomb Lord in there, and I would have even a better chance of, you know, just getting those instant kill waves. All right, well, that's my world record breaking team setup. And I like how smoothly it runs, and I can get through these waves really fast, and I don't have to waste too much time doing the Doom Tower. So anyways, it's gonna be it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Alrighty, see you later.